10 Common mistakes Android users make. While Android phones are easy enough to use, there are some mistakes you can make that may affect your device's performance and reliability, from installing bad apps, to missing out on some of the most useful features. So, let's explore some of the common mistakes that you can make while using your Android phone, so that you can avoid them in the future. 1. Closing apps frequently. Android has an effective mechanism to manage all the processes running simultaneously on your device. It manages your background apps, their current state, and the battery consumption as well, and you don't need to worry about it. 2. Using fake cleaning and battery or RAM booster apps. There are tons of apps on Google Play that claim to clean your phone or boost its battery and RAM. The bad news is that a lot of these apps don't do much at all. In fact, some of them might actually consume your phone's resources, negatively affecting its performance. Most of the booster apps are unnecessary because the Android system manages these things automatically for you. 3. Installing apps from unknown sources. Sometimes when you can't find an app or a game on Google Play, you might be tempted to search Google for an APK file from a third-party website. Apps from these websites are not verified by your phone, potentially exposing you to security and privacy threats. If you just want the regular version of an app that you can't find on Google Play in your region, you'll be all right in most cases if you use these sites for Android APK downloads. 4. Tapping on dodgy ads in apps and browsers. Ads are a part of almost all modern apps and websites, and they are an important source of income for developers and content creators. But it is important to understand that some ads are dangerous and can steal your data or send viruses your way. It isn't that hard to identify the bad ads from the good ones. In short, don't be lured in by clickbait that might compromise your privacy or security. 5. Giving unnecessary permissions to apps. App permissions allow an app to access data and resources from your device so that it can provide its relevant functionality. When you install an app, several pop-ups appear to request permissions. A gallery app will ask for access to your photos, for example, or a messaging app will need to be able to see your contacts. But some of these permissions are not necessary and are used to collect data for analytics and personalized ads or even to spy on you. 6. Rooting, unlocking bootloader, and flashing. Android is an open-source operating system, which makes it flexible for customization. Though, despite this flexibility, there are some restrictions in terms of accessing the core system files. This is where rooting comes into play. It is the process that allows you to access that core which is protected in Android OS by default. If you still want to play around and explore the possibilities, it might be a good idea to experiment with a spare phone. This way, you can learn without endangering your primary Android device. 7. Not backing up your data. Android phones use ROM for storage. Although it is non-volatile memory, some incidents can cause damage to your data. Sometimes, the system updates might crash, or you might be forced to reset your phone for some reason. So, it is always recommended to use a backup service to keep your data safe. 8. Not configuring the Find My Device feature. Find My Device is a crucial safety feature for your Android phone, which is often ignored as it is only used if the phone gets lost or stolen. Find My Device has some powerful features that allow you to locate your lost device remotely. It also allows you to manage your lock screen so that no one can change settings or turn off the internet. Always keep your location on, especially outdoors, so that it is easy to track the device in case of loss or theft. 9. Not enabling Night Shield, Eye Comfort Shield, or the blue light filter. In this digital era, you spend most of your time looking at screens. There is a way to reduce the negative effects of screen light and prevent your eyes from harm. Night Shield tints your screen and makes it easier on the eyes at night. All modern Android devices have a built-in Night Shield feature. Apart from protecting your eyes, it also helps you fall asleep more easily, helping you avoid sleepless nights. 10. Not setting up or using Google Assistant. Google Assistant is the default virtual assistant in all Android phones that helps you perform tasks on your device through voice commands. While setting up your device, it's easy to ignore Google Assistant, but if you do set it up, it can potentially change the way you use your device for good. With Google Assistant, you can schedule meetings, check the weather, set up alarms, check daily news, add reminders, send scheduled messages, and so much more. Here are some cool ways to use Google Assistant to make your life easier. Avoid these mistakes to enjoy your Android phone fully.